Hello. So I wanted to explain this one particular question, and while it's very basic when it comes to electrochemistry, I'm sure some people can have a few doubts here and there, right? According to this question, we have to find out the value of E cell. So before finding out the value of E cell, we need to also find out the value of E naught cell, as it is not given in the question. So this is the formula for the calculation of E naught cell. So it is E naught cathode minus E naught anode. And as you can see over here, we have been given the value of E naught for these two particular chemicals. These are two different chemical reactions, or we can say half cell reactions of the reaction as a whole. Okay. Now, if you have issues with finding out whether one particular reaction is in cathode or anode, then you can find out using this particular technique. Over here it says C3 plus is converted to Cr, Cr3 plus converted to Cr, then F2 plus converted to Fe. Now we can see that both of them are according to standard redox potential, right? SRP. So what we have to do is that we have to find out which one is supposed to be taken as the anode, right? And according to this, we have to take this as the anode because, as you can see, 2Cr is converted to Cr3 plus, right? So it is oxidizing because it is losing electrons. So SRP is equal to minus of SOP. So what we need to do is that we have to take this value. We have been given this value of this, which is being oxidized, right? This is being oxidized, we have been given the standard reaction potential. So to convert it into minus SOP, which is a standard oxidation potential, we just have to put the negative value of SRP. So over here, according to this thing, we'll take it as minus 0.44 minus 0.74 volts. So according to this, we'll get 0.30 volts. So we have found out the value of E naught cell. But the question asks you to calculate the value of E cell. So, take this into consideration, this particular temperature. If you have not watched my earlier video, I have discussed this particular thing right over here. Okay? So if the reaction is actually done in this temperature or even 25 degrees Celsius, you will take 0.059 constant for use. And this constant is the value of the 2.303 RT upon F. That too when the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin. Right now we have 298 Kelvin, so we can just easily write it down as 0.30 minus 0.059 upon N. Now, for the N value, we can see right over here that 2Cr is taken from 0 to right over here, which is 3. And for Fe2 plus, we're taken from this. In order to explain it in an easier way, I have written over here. So 2Cr is converted into 2Cr3 plus. That means it loses minus 3 electrons, as in it loses 3 electrons. While on the other hand, 3Fe2 plus gains 2 electrons to become 3Fe. Now, the issue is, there it is, minus 3 electrons, but there's also plus 2 electrons, right? This is not equal. So the issue is that these two values are not equal. But in order to do this question, we need a constant value of n. N, as we can say, is the electrons that are lost or gained in the reaction, and it's supposed to be constant. So what are we supposed to put? 3 electrons or 2 electrons? The question is that. So the answer is that you just need to multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 3. 6 and 6. So we get a constant value of 6. So n is equal to 6. Once you have taken this value, you can just easily put it into the formula. So E naught cell is minus 0.591 or 0.591 or 0.059, or you can take 0.0591. It's the same thing, and n we have taken as 6 log. Now in the question itself we got the concentration, so we just have to do this and 0.13. Now if any of you have the question as to why we took 2 and 3 to the power 2 and to the power 3, then you can see over here. Over here we can see that we have taken CR, that is taken, which is converted to 2CR 3 plus. So this 2 is the power, and for this one you have taken 3 as the power. Now if your question is why have you not taken 2CR and 3Fe, right? So we have not taken these because these are complete molecules. These are stable. They don't have any charge or ions. But the main concept of electrolysis or galvanic cell or just electrochemical cells in general is the role of ions or charges, or we can say electrons, right? But over here we don't have any extra charge or anything like that, or they're not ions pretty much, right? So we will not be taking the value of them. That's why over here we've taken the value of to the power 2 and to the power 3. Okay, now we just have to find out the answer for this, which is 0.30 minus 0.0591 upon 6. 0.30 8 volts. This is the answer. And for the value of this thing, right, minus to minus, we just solved this. You have to find out the log of this whole value, right? And then that's how you'll get the answer.